Dear friends, I just want to have a conversation with you to remind us that vulnerability is not weakness. We live in a world that teaches us to armor up, to stay strong, to keep our guard high and our feelings low. Somewhere along the way, we were told that vulnerability is a crack in the foundation, a flaw, a liability. But the truth is this, and that truth is more powerful. Vulnerability is not weakness. Rather, it is one of our greatest strengths. Think about it. It takes no courage to hide. It takes no bravery to pretend. But to show up as your full, honest self, your hopes, your fears, your certainties, that require a kind of strength that cannot be faked. Vulnerability is the quiet courage of being seen. When we allow ourselves to be vulnerable, we open the door to connection, real connection, the kind that is not built on perfection, but on authenticity. The kind that says, I trust you enough to let you see me. And in that moment, all the walls will fall apart and hearts get softened. Understanding grows. Vulnerability is the birthplace of growth. Every risk you ever take or will ever take, a dream you ever cherished began with a moment of uncertainty. A moment where you didn't even know how things would turn out, but yet you step forward anyway. That is vulnerability in motion. It is the engine of creativity, the engine of innovation and transformation. And yes, vulnerability can feel uncomfortable. It can feel like the standing in the open without a shield. But discomfort is not danger. Discomfort is the sign that you are stretching, expanding, and becoming more than you were before. So strength isn't the absence of fear. It is the willingness to move through fear. That is what it is. When we embrace vulnerability, we give others permission to do the same. We create spaces where honesty is welcomed, where healing can happen, where people feel safe to show up as themselves. That is how communities grow. That is how relationships deepen. And that is how trust is built. So the next time you feel yourself pulling back, the next time you are tempted to hide the truth and silence your voice, remember this. Vulnerability is it's not the opposite of strength. It is a strength. It is the courage to be real in a world that often rewards the mask. Dear friends, let yourself be seen. Let yourself be heard. Let yourself be human, because your vulnerability is not a weakness. It is your power. And when you embrace it, you don't just change your life. You change others. And you give others the courage to change themselves too. Be courageous. Don't be afraid to be vulnerable, but be humble enough to grow and give yourself a chance. Have a beautiful listening.